Hello everybody. Not long ago I published a short video on fall protection inspection criteria for harnesses. It was just the form that I went over. Well, today I've got one that was actually in the field, and I'll put hands on it, and as you watch we can go through the inspection criteria on a physical harness and determine if this harness meets the criteria to remain in service. So without going on any further, let's get into it. All right, what we've got here is a harness that has some use on it. It's been in the field. It was removed from the field. And some of the things we always want to inspect, this is the D-ring that goes into the back. Want to check for wear along these areas here, okay? Right in here. Check for wear where this thing rides, okay? Check the webbing, okay? It's a D-ring for positioning devices, or some guys use it to hook their lanyards to on the other end. This is the part of the leg strap. This is where it attaches to the back strap. Now most of the harnesses have a pouch here for inspection. And if you open that up, you'll see that here's the information on this harness. We see that it falls under the ANSI standards. Okay. Here's the weight capacity, 130 to 310 pounds. Has the model number. I don't know if you can read that. Model number, manufacturer date. This was manufactured in 16, so this thing is 12 years old. Okay, the lot number, the size, and so forth. And then you flip it over, and it has some additional information. Let's see if I bring this camera in a little closer. It has some additional information. Okay, product complies. Here it talks about. And then there's a little instruction manual here. Not all of them will have it, but a lot of them do. Okay, and finally, look at this. An inspection log. And this inspection log has not been used once. Okay, now, just because this thing was manufactured in 07 doesn't necessarily mean that it has a lifespan. Remember, the lifespan is contingent upon when it goes into service, okay? So this thing could have sat on a shelf for 10 years before it's even been brought out into the field. That's the inspection form, and that's for a monthly inspection. Of course, the harness should be inspected on a daily basis or pre-use basis by the individual who's going to be wearing it. Okay, let's go back to the inspection. Here we have the back brace, the back strap. Here's the leg. Check the grommets. The grommets look in pretty good shape. Check the grommets here. The grommets there looking pretty good shape. Okay. Both sets of grommets are in good shape. And we have the adjustment buckles. We want to check those and make sure they're not bent or corroded. All right. The buckles for the leg. No rust, no wear and tear here where the buckle adjoins. At the harness, at the webbing, that all looks in good shape. This buckle looks in good shape. Now in the field, you could do this in just a matter of seconds if you're the wearer of it. It doesn't take but a minute, and you should know your own equipment. All right. And then we have the front of the equipment. Here's the chest strap, okay, and the buckle. And the other side of the buckle, it's interlocked. Goes together like that. This attachment ring. Okay, this is the adjustment. This is the adjustment buckle. We can adjust this thing for a bigger guy, smaller guy. Okay, I want to check and make sure that's in good shape, not bent. I'm starting to see some damage on this one. Looks like it's been involved in some burning operations. All right, that buckle's okay. Let's take a look at this here. This is the front of it. Look at this, okay? All right. See this? This harness, no wonder it's out of the field. It's been taken out of the field. It's out of compliance. It's of no use to anyone. If this individual were to have a fall, the stress right here, I can hear it ripping with my hand. Okay? See it? Here's more, look, on the edges. Damages here. That's a hole clean through. I don't know if you can see that, but that hole goes through. Several go all the way through. Terrible burn damages on this thing. This guy was using this when it was taken out of service. His life was hanging on this. He had no concept of what was going on. So we did some additional training on this individual. Showed him what the hazards were. He could have been seriously injured if he'd had a fall. This thing could have failed and sent him to the ground. When you inspect these things, those are the telltales that we look for. That certainly doesn't pass muster right there. Here's the thing. We have to ask the question. Taking care of the equipment. That's part of your responsibilities, part of your duties. This individual was probably wearing a burn suit. We could have donned this harness first and then put on the burn suit. And it's better to cut a hole in the back of a burn suit, which is a disposable anyway, and pull your D-ring through it. That way, not only are you protecting yourself from burns, but you're protecting your fall equipment from burns. See this D-ring here? It could have slipped through. Let me change camera angles again. This D-ring right here. See, he could have donned the equipment. Okay, put on a burner jacket, which is fire retardant and fireproof, cut a hole in the back, and brought his D-ring through that opening, okay, through that opening in the burn jacket, and then he would have had protection, because the burn jacket, this is more important than a burn. Anyway, so train your guys to make sure that their equipment they're using deserves the respect and it needs to be protected. I have another video. I posted a video just previously about the inspection form from Guardian, Guardian.com. They're a fall protection company. If you've got any questions on any of this stuff, if you'd like to see a different video, some different information, you'd like to see a video on another safety item, safety issue, feel free to get a hold of me. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of your brothers, and I'll see you in the field.